4. All holes filled. That's a pretty big game. It's like,
Yes. That's how I like it.
So how are you?
All
How's
right.
your week been?
I'm good. I'm just looking. I don't see anyone in here again. So I wonder if we got it right.
We are live. I see the
I mean,
10
yeah, but
o'clock.
I don't see anyone in here. So hold on. Let me just look. I'm going to go ahead and share it. Oh, there we go. There's someone. Okay, never mind. All right, we got one person in here. Hey, share this so everyone else can see. I still want to share, Kat. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to share.
Sure.
I'm just going to share.
You are the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, he's paused. He's sharing and it pauses him. Like if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see the still frame, but it's like the perfect upshot. Like, I'm about to eat your dick. That's the face. Oh, can I screenshot? Hold on. Yes. Oh, that is great. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty funny. So yes, we are having a quasi slumber party. So we are dressed up for the occasion. I have my little nightie on. I know Larry talked about that. We gotta.
Okay. Am I back?
Yes.
Yes, I'm back.
It's a slumber party.
So I could hear everything you were saying. Yes, it's a slumber party. I'm in my buffalo plaid robe that I like to be in with nothing but some socks and flip-flops for you know what. Yes.
But yeah, so I was telling them, oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, my eyes keep getting redder and redder, but it's okay. That's life.
Yeah.
Oh, but I took this screenshot that I'm going to send you after, but the still shot of your face literally looked like you were just like, feed me, daddy. Like, it was that face. And I can't wait to show it to you. You're going to be like, yes, that's my new screensaver.
I can't wait to see it. And I can hear when I'm sharing, I can hear everything. So I think the last thing you said was, how was my weekend? And you were just letting the people know that when I'm sharing it out to get more viewers, we have 2 right now. I know one is Gins, rep the Boulevard Bullies. Please share this with everyone so we can get more people in here. But yeah, slumber party in full effect for episode 2. Yeah, you were showing off your little nightie.
My nightie. I know, my sheen nightie.
Right there in the sex room.
We had intercourse last night. Yeah, last night. And it was like, it was my power fucking that I was looking for. So I was like, yes. I know.
Girl, take that motherfucking dick from me, because I have been closed for business.
What?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I haven't really been as active as you might think Larry Legend is. Just because I'm getting out of something, and something that was very real for me.
Yeah.
So I can't just let any old body in, and I can't just go in any old body, all willy nilly, because I might catch feelings.
That makes sense.
You know, the rebound.
Yep.
And I've been active. Let's not say I'm not an old maid. But I just haven't really had any committed, giving my all. I haven't done any of that since July. Since July.
Oh, so it's still fresh. We were talking about 3.5 months.
And
So,
it's been a cold 3.5 months, but you live and you learn, and I have got plenty of stories to tell. Okay, and that's what we could do on All Holes Filled. But yeah, I'm glad you got some good power dick, and you fucking gave some good power pee, and
oh yeah.
I love hearing about it. I love imagining it.
You know what? We actually use this as our lubricant. This is not a paid
Nice.
ad. Don't worry. We're not this is not me going, it's this. But it's coconut oil.
I bet you that smells really good during the act.
Honestly, it doesn't really have a smell, and I like smelling him. I like smelling the natural pheromones. Because
Me
I
fucking
like my
too.
men big and husky and burly
Mhm.
and just manly.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely relate to that. And there have been times when I have just gone for someone in a situation where I knew they would be smelling more natural. Like the
Mhm.
guy that I mentioned about that, like, fucking, I went to his place and then he, like, pauses the heavy petting to go douche.
Oh,
You
yes.
remember that? Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't, that's not what I'm after. And there have been times where, after an outing at the club or a gay pride, like just all night long down in the village, where I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get this motherfucker home.
I know.
Yeah.
Those where you're
So
just
I
like,
can
you
relate to
look at
that.
them and that's all you think about. You're just like, "Okay, I'm gonna have it first in this position, and then I'm gonna
Hmm.
do this. Oh, and then maybe this, and I like that." That's all you think
Do,
about.
do you prefer to be the aggressor to initiate, or do you prefer to be the dough? Like, just like, come and get me? Like, do you switch it
Um,
up or?
well, both. It depends on my mood because I really like kitty play, which means I'm like super submissive to my partner. So it's just one of those things of I can be both depending on the leading up to. Not so much the foreplay, but like what
Mhm.
conversation were we in prior? Just like a regular conversation. It doesn't have to be what do you want tonight?
Right.
So it's like, how did he come off? Oh, I'm gonna be like, do you want this, daddy? Or I'll just be like, all right, I'm horny. Let's fucking go. And he's
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. No. I'm like prowling. I'm just like, "Rawr."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know the vibes, and I think that that should lead us right into our first topic. What I'm talking about is the cancer vibes. I'm talking about the cancer vibes because you're a proud cancer, aren't you?
I am. I am. July
And
9th. Mhm.
beautiful. Oh my God, Kat,
Hmm.
that may have been the last day that I had sex. Your fucking birthday.
Well, happy birthday to me.
You know what, Kat? You know what? I think that I had sex and then I wished you a happy birthday either via text or tweet. But if you go back to July 9th and my timeline, I'm not suggesting you do this. I fucked for the last time till until the foreseeable future, and I saw it was your birthday, and I was like, oh my God, fuck this. That's over, and I don't want it anymore. Cat, happy birthday. I may have sent an audio message. I may have sent an audio message to Rob because I don't think I had your number. And I was like, and tell Kat I said, happy
It could
birthday.
have been
Yes, that's what I
both.
did.
It could have
Yeah.
been like, oh, like message and then, to Robert. So yeah,
Yeah.
could have been.
Well,
'Cause I
anyway, that was the last time. So that was your birthday present from me. I fucked. Oh,
Well, we're not waiting till my 35th birthday for you to get laid again. So I'm not going to be the sex wisher once a year.
you won't
I think
be,
we're no,
but
wait, wait, wait. I think we should start a side story of hooking Larry up. Make Larry
so
come.
so cat, so
Mhm.
cat, 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 cat. don't have any problems. I don't I just I want to take my time. I wanted I and I told Rob about this guy I hooked up with at the CZW show. Like I don't want to go into details about that. But I can take care of myself. I can take care of myself. I don't feel like I have the time to even dedicate to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I know where to get what I need to
Mhm.
get me by. Okay. I have several little black books and I know when I call, they know. Oh yeah. But I'm not I'm blocking. I'm on cock block mode right now because I don't need that in my life. I do
Yeah.
not need it in my life.
Mhm.
But back to the matter at hand. Big Cancer energy. Okay. Um. So yeah. What do you have any experience or do you believe in that type of stuff like astrology and like one sign being more sexually free or more like, even like what we just mentioned about you being the aggressor or not? Have you found that in your experience or what do you think?
Um, well, yes. I mean, yes and no. There's some things where you're like, "Oh, that's, like, right on point, yes," and then all of a sudden you look at different things, you're like, I'm not like that. I don't even know another Cancer that's like that, so I don't know what they're talking about over here. This must be more of the Leo section.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there's leaning. There's like,
Mhm.
the
So
front
when things
of
are on
the
the
thing.
cusp and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
So
yes, I do believe in certain aspects. I do believe that people born within the same time frame, which makes up the signs, is that they're all like similar and they're all the same. So it's like you know what you want, you know what you don't want, and you talk to another person, you're like, "Do you want this?" And they're like, "Yeah, I do." And it's like game on. And I do think, like, whether it's a people connection in a general consistence or if it's astrology, but I do believe that different signs are very different, but they're made to be connected because that's how the stars align.
I have to say that I agree. I have to say that I agree, and I'm speaking not from any books. I'm just speaking from pure experience. And when I look back at not just the astrological signs I'm most attracted to, but the astrological signs that make me feel the most comfortable, I can tie it back to like people in my family, like some of the
Mhm.
first people who taught me lessons about sex or going to the bathroom or eating or behaving in public. And I just think about, my aunts and their signs, my uncles and their signs, and my mom and her sign. And I think that a lot of my sexual kind of awakening comes from the people that made me feel most comfortable at first. And like
Yeah.
looking for that in partners.
Mhm.
So, um, with that said, I really find that I myself am attracted a lot to Scorpios. They
Oh, yeah.
really, yeah, they really do it for me. And also, I want to bring up a lyric from a rap song that I just heard. I don't even remember what song it was, and I don't even remember the artist or anything like that. Oh, we got 4 viewers. What's up, y'all? Share this, share the talk, share it out. Okay, retweet. We're still getting this thing going. So, hi
Mhm.
everybody. But in the rap lyric, he said, "She a Cancer or a Scorpio, she fucking." And it was kind of like this guy who
Oh,
was like,
yes.
his bravado was like, I'm with this girl. If she's a Cancer or she's a Scorpio, I'm banging.
Yeah.
And I know from my experience that that is one of the main reasons I'm attracted to Cancers and Scorpios because I don't like the whole prude, like,
Mhm.
are you attracted to me? Am I attracted to you? Do you want to fuck? Let's fuck, like,
Yeah.
you know?
Like,
And
cancers
when
are
I
very,
meet
like, cancers are just very, "Okay, this is gonna happen," and you're just like, "Oh, oh, okay." Like,
yeah,
that's just and that's how I am. Like, Robert's like, "What? You want me to do
yeah,
what?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening. And that's exciting to me. That's exciting to
Mhm,
me for the times that I've been with my Scorpios and the times that I've been with my Cancers. And I have two pretty significant ones. One June 26th. I shouldn't reveal too much. And the other November 20th. I also have a November 3rd in there. They just being with them, I feel the most free and the most, I actually don't want to say the best in bed, but definitely like the most after where I was like, I needed that. I wanted that. You
mhm.
are me. I am you. And
Yeah.
thank you for servicing me. And I hope you were satisfied, So yeah, I believe in that type of kismic astrology thing. Any ones that you know for sure that you don't vibe with or that you think is like anti-cancer or like just like not really with us?
Oh, um, because of my childhood trauma, my mother is an Aquarius, my dad is a
Mm.
Taurus, or was a Taurus.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
You just
yeah.
you just automatically give them a big if you
Yeah,
find that
I'm
out, you're
like
like, "Oh,
I was
oh."
like, "No," but every Aquarius I met, I can't, I'm like, it's, not because of mommy issues, just because Aquariuses are very difficult, and are kinda, like, all over the place, and so that and then Tauruses, you just butt heads all the time, and you're just like, "Forget it." Like, just forget I said anything.
Yeah, I've had some gosh, I've had one really special Aquarius. Like, I would say my first actual partner
Mhm.
was an Aquarius, but it only lasted 6 months. And at the time, I was, like, 23.
Okay.
So it's very, very new into like fucking even really. Cause remember I lost my virginity at 19. So
Yes.
I'm very new into fucking. And like, this Aquarius was very fine with the routine of like wine, dine, fuck. Like go to the mall, movies, fuck. Like if I
Mhm.
was like giving or like oh I need new boots, oh I need like a bracelet, oh I want like just love to like do like kind of like let's go shopping
Yeah.
and we know what's happening at the end.
Yes.
And I quickly started to feel like this is like you're a prostitute, like can I ever like just fuck without the whole thing
Yeah.
you know
Like, can't we just
um
have fun every once in a while?
yeah. But it was very easy to fall into that routine and to be expecting it and know that I was getting it. And yeah, I liked that for a time, and I kind of always pegged Aquariuses as being the type that like if you do something for them, you're gonna get something for it. Like, and that's just kind of something in the back of my mind that I've always thought because of my first experience with an Aquarius, and yeah, it was great with that person.
With that person.
Um, yeah. I can't say that there's any that I really clash with, but I honestly do not think I can't remember ever being with a Libra or a Gemini
Mm.
unless it was kind of on some one night stand type stuff. So I wonder if, like, in my dating, kind of
Oh,
scope,
yeah.
if when that energy comes into my circle, I'm just kind of like, oh, no, you're not for me, and just kind of write them off, kind of like how you do with Aquariuses and Tauruses.
I have been with every single zodiac. I have been with them all. And I would say my I would say Aries are the most, challenging in the sexual department. But that's because I was with one for a year and a half, and so it wasn't like he was asexual, it was kinda, like, robotic in a way,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it's just like, "Oh, I don't think I could do that again."
Yeah.
And and having anal sex with a condom is probably the most uncomfortable thing.
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about it. I wouldn't know shit about it. But yeah, I could see how that would be really uncomfortable. Um, you know,
Because
but
my ass is not getting moist with the condom, I can tell
mm-mm.
you that.
Well, it's again, it's very like unnatural when you're in the moment to like stop and now I'm not gonna say I haven't. I have because
Yeah.
that's safety first, but that's again going back to what I said at first about not really getting involved with anyone. When I get involved with you, we are involved. I don't
Mhm.
do the grinder Adam for Adam black gay chat because it's just I just can't give a part of myself and then be like I'm out, so I
Yeah.
just avoid that and look for the real. And yeah, with that said, it's got to.
Reals, no condoms, yeah. Raw fucking.
Yeah.
We want it raw
Um,
and we want it hard and mm,
hell
bare
yeah.
back meat, baby.
Yes, you want to feel that member pulsating, like you want to feel the pulsation of it going down. You want to feel the skin unskin as it's going down after swelling
Or
to a
or when they're
crescendo.
about to come or when they are coming and then you just feel that pumping. You're just like, "Oh, wow. Feeling your muscle moving my muscle is pretty fun."
Cat, my favorite thing is the sound that accompanies that pump because a lot of the times when they're you
Oh,
know
yeah.
when they're coming they make sounds. They
Mhm.
go into an octave that you sometimes didn't even know was there. You're like, oh my god, who is this? Who is that man that just came out? Like, so I love those things in combination, like, and there have been some lovers that I've had that like I can still hear what they sound like when they come like right in my ear and I'm like, yeah.
Robert sounds like, somebody turning into a werewolf. 'Cause he just, like he's like, "Ah," and, like, his whole, like, neck, just that, and I'm just like, "Yeah, keep
Mhm,
coming."
mhm, mhm, mhm. I know the feels. I know the feels. Um, yeah, with I kind of described you like kind of like liking guys that wouldn't necessarily look like they were the top. That to the untrained,
Mhm.
they're like, oh, Larry's fucking the shit, but actually it's the other way around. I sometimes like when like guys who kind of like put on like a gay voice, like there's a motherfucking guy underneath all of that. And a lot of the times he reveals himself when he comes.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
oh, I love turning a lot of my like sort of like my hey everybody voice into like the oh shit, like oh shit, like I'm like oh shit, yeah, who the fuck is that? He's in there, like yeah, oh my god, that is like such a turn on to me, and yeah, I would say that in some cases I've even selected partners where I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to make this guy come, so I can because I
Oh,
know there's a different, like
who are you really?
so right. Show me your true form, like so yeah, yeah.
Have you
What
ever been
other
with a straight
topics?
man?
What's that?
Have you ever been with a straight man?
Well, what is that? Like I think we kind of said we were going to talk about that a little bit earlier today in our kind of agenda meeting. Like what is
No,
that? So like do you mean like a man who is trying it for the first time with me and then subsequently like then likes men?
no,
Like
no, like, it's more of that turn on where you have the straight friend and you're like, I'm gonna try. I know I can get him. I know he likes. things and he doesn't want to admit it. Like the flipping. I guess that's what I don't know what the
Like
term is.
turning, like turning.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, Kat. Like once it's that's kind of like what I mean. Like so I have plenty of straight friends, and there are plenty of them that I've never done anything with sexually.
Mhm.
But I've also had straight friends that I've done things with sexually, and subsequently, after doing things sexually with me, they do things with other men. It doesn't just stay in the realm of like, oh, I let Larry blow me, or that one night Larry and I fucked. Then
Mhm.
it's like, oh, then I started to meet Larry's circle of friends, and then Larry, I don't hang out with him as much anymore. I'm hanging out with Larry's other friend who's
Mhm.
a little bit more experienced than Larry. And then subsequently, they go on with others and others, and those men are turned. They're turned out, is the terminology. We have turned him out, honey. Rob doesn't like pussy no more. All he wants is his motherfucking ashes hauled by a guy. Okay, so like, yeah, I guess I have turned a trade or two into like I wouldn't say like a twirling around, like, but like definitely discreet DL. I've definitely done that in my life. Um,
Mhm.
but like a guy who just tries it once and then maybe it's like, okay, did that, didn't really like it, not gonna try it anymore. I see y'all in the chat. Keep talking to us. It disappears real quick. So you might have to chime in a couple times. But yeah, we got 6 viewers. Yeah, at the half hour mark, 6 viewers. Slumber party.
See, you
we
can
are
show your nipple. I
I
couldn't.
know. Well, I'll show everything. We're in full slumber gear. You can. Oh yeah, you can show your nipple. Isn't that so unfair?
That's so weird. It's
Yeah,
very it's
I
very
like the way you're
Texan.
sitting though.
I know. I have
Yeah.
no panties on, so you guys can't see. I don't wear panties. Like, I don't. It's a thing. Like, I hate it.
I mean, I'm a different access hole usually than you. So I do. But my um, brother, who is as straight as an arrow, always free balls and like loves doing it. And I'm like, huh, interesting. I mean,
Robert
it
doesn't
turns
wear
me on,
underwear.
huh?
Robert doesn't wear underwear.
So that turns me on. That really turns me on to know that there are people out there who don't. Because it just means easy access. And like at
Mhm.
any time they could just like fuck through their zipper or like, just fucking fuck. So I love people that don't wear underwear. Yeah. Now make it
Uh,
clap. Now make it clap.
I can twerk, but you I'll show, everybody some other time my twerking skills.
Kat, when I was down in Memphis, I posted a video. I recorded myself playing with my member in my hotel room and posted it to my OnlyFans.
Ooh. You have an OnlyFans?
Yeah, but you see, Kat, I have so many like little fans, like little like majors and Brocks that love Larry Legend that I don't really promote it. I'm not really I tweet real late at night, like but I don't like to show everybody because then I think people are gonna be like, my child could have come across this. And like, it's not for your child. I don't know why your child would be on OnlyFans, but yeah, I do. And I, I did it, Kat, because I was in a really like whore hotel. I was in like definitely a prostitute hotel, like the business. I could feel it all around me, and I was like, this is like fucking hot. So I was hard, and I was just like, you know what? Fucking do it on the hotel bed. And I don't even know why he said that. I just wanted to share that with everyone who's watching, all 5 of our viewers. I see we lost somebody. That's okay. Yeah, I posted. I do have an OnlyFans. It is active, and I post from time to time.
I know, that's like me. I have one, I'm just like, "Huh." Like, I'm just so lazy. I do enough.
Yeah, yeah,
I had to save my energy for my smashing.
yeah. Well, that and also, okay, big reveal. I also really want to fuck on my OnlyFans. Like I had my last partner who I'm no longer with. I would always be kind of like dropping hints, like let's do something. And
Mhm.
there is one video on there of me munching. Oh, so I have a question for you, Kat. Because I
Yeah.
don't subscribe to anyone on OnlyFans. Can you see like all my videos from like forever? If you
Sure.
subscribe, like if someone subscribes to me, they can
Mhm.
go to all like my first video all the way up to my most recent. Okay, okay, yeah. So I do have one video on there with someone. Actually, may have two. But I was always trying to like really go all in, and they never wanted to. So that is really a goal of mine is to find a nice partner that doesn't give a fuck and will just like go all out with me on my OnlyFans. I would probably promote that heavily because I've always wanted to do like porn. Like I've always thought porn was like awesome. And
So
just as much as I'm
fascinating.
into wrestling, I'm into porn and I think it can be done well and shit like that. And also just like how like I really excel at ring announcing. Like I really want to do the best. I want to be the best. Like if I
Mhm.
was ever fucking like and being filmed doing it, oh my god, my thinking cap would be tied so tight. I would get a 1600 on my SAT, like everything. I would be like, oh, because everybody's gonna see this, so I gotta show them my prowess and shit, but I haven't been able to find a partner yet. So, it's
Maybe
there.
maybe you're looking at the wrong zodiac signs. Maybe who is a Sagittarius usually with? A Capricorn? Is that
I'm gonna
who?
say I'm gonna say a Pisces is immutable
Okay.
and can handle a Sag, if that makes any sense. And I
Pisces
say that
are little freaks.
well, they can be, and then they also can be real. They're a mixed bag. It's two. Them and Gemini are both represented by two.
Mhm.
So it's like, you know, someday a red fish, someday a blue fish. And it's like you're kind of like, wait, wait, are we this or So, but I do think that that I would be with my Pisces forever if I could. But I also realize that that would be a life of nothing but work. Okay, there would be a lot of bliss, there would be a lot of love, but there would be a lot of work to
Mhm.
like make us work. And I don't feel like that. I just wanna, so
Also, too, men are
yeah, ask
completely
me a lot
different
of
than
questions.
women.
And that's another thing. So maybe what I'm doing is I'm looking at the wrong sex.
Mhm.
Maybe I should like really just be like, okay, that was a good God, 20 years. As long as I've been announcing, I've pretty much been in the gay lifestyle. Maybe I should flip the script, become straight, and become a wrestler. Like, okay, guys, first 20 years of my career, I was a gay announcer. Now I'm a straight wrestler.
Oh my god.
Like, and then maybe I'll like be into like I'll have all the Libras and all the Gemini women. I will be like I love them. Who knows? But
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Also Cancer. Cancer. My Cancer I was with for. I would say my Cancer I was with for as long as I was with my Pisces, and I was with my Pisces for almost like 8 years. Almost. Well, new. Okay. 4, like, yeah, both of them were like 4 years. I'd say they both
Okay.
were 4 years, but they were long deals, and, I'm satisfied with both, like, very much so, and
Mhm.
kind of consider both of them the signs that got away.
I bet you would do good with a Leo be-
Well,
because they
I
have
have a l I have a lot of Leo friends. I have a lot of Leo friends, and it always goes sour with just friendship.
mm,
I mean, uh so Brett Lauderdale. At one
Mhm.
point, a really, really good friend of mine and a boss. You know, we don't really see each other. Danny DeMonto, at one point, a really good friend and boss directing me. We don't really see each other anymore. Casanova Valentine, another Leo, kind of good friend and boss. We're still on the up and up. And Roberto Negro,
Mhm.
another Leo and boss. That so I guess what I'm saying is like I get along with them famously, I feel like, but it very quickly in the past has gone south. And then I'm like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And they're like, well, we don't want to talk to you. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I've been with a Leo. Have I been with a Leo? I must have. Not for any
Leo
significant amount of time.
Leo, with my experience, they're very, conforming. So it's like they definitely conform to, like, the relationship to make it,
Huh.
like, equal.
Ah.
Yeah.
So maybe I would. Maybe I would. But whew, so Kat, I think of some of the Leos that I've been with and I've interacted with and I've watched the way that they've handled relationships.
Mhm.
And I've been like, oh God, I'm glad that I'm not her. Or like I would never be her. Or like, like, and I'm like, why is, you know what I mean? They do really well for themselves, Demonto actually kind of became my friend because he at one point actually was like a real slayer, believe it or not. Like he got a lot of women. He like had a lot of women. And I was like, wow, that confidence is like this guy like doesn't even really look that good. And he's like pulling very attractive women. So I know they do well for themselves. I just have observed them and been like, not me. You wouldn't have done that to me. I would never have been in that situation if we were together. So maybe I need to broaden my horizons and open up even further.
I don't know. I think, I mean, Robert's a very strong personality, and he's very, straightforward. And it's kind of like, but he's very loyal. That's the thing. That's a big thing. Is like he is loyal. Like once you're he's like brought you in, he will be loyal to you, and all he asks is like for the respect, and that's it. And so and also too, the Leo is a lion, so they're very, they just very strong personality. That's kind of the bottom line. And me, I'm a Cancer, so I'm like super sensitive. So I'm like, but I'm very, but also
Yeah.
too, 11 and a half years. So
You guys are in your groove. You're in your groove, and I'm proud of you for it. Yeah, lions are very proud, and I guess I admire that in all the Leos that I've ever interacted with. How proud they all are, the pride that they have for themselves, their work, who they're banging.
Mhm.
That's a very turn on quality. So do you think that that's who you're most compatible with, a Leo? That's right after you, though, right? That's like Cancer
Mhm.
Leo. So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, also too, it's I'm a nurturer, and so basically it's they're compatible because you have the mother and the father, which would technically be the nurturer and the leader. So then you put them two together, they're supposed to be a house. Yeah.
Wow, you need to
That's
tell me more about who I. You need to tell. Well, do you know that sad? I'm a nurturer. I'm a giver. I'm like the one that wants to like take care of as well. So yeah, I guess maybe if that's a quality that we share, maybe a Leo is where I need to look. You might
but
be
also
absolutely right.
but also too, Sagittarius are nurturers as well as leaders. So they lead to their like their they lead their family, they lead the way. The what is it? Not a Pegasus, but isn't Sagittarius the half man, half horse?
A centaur.
Is that's what that is, right? Half
A
man, half horse.
centaur. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
centaur. Yeah.
So you are a
Yeah.
nurturer and the leader. So being with a Leo would probably be very a dominated filled. Lots of testosterone going on.
That's what I'm saying, and, like, I don't know if I feel like that I want that static in other aspects of my life, not in my
Mhm.
relationship. In my relationship where I get that unconditional plus the pleasure, I don't want like, that's what I don't want fight to lead to that, like, and then for
Yeah.
that to be great because we had that fight before, or for
Mhm.
us to do that and then fight right after to be apart so that then we can get back together to do that again.
Yeah.
Um, you
That's
know,
that's
um
like kinda borderline abusive.
It's pretty much, yeah, an
And
abusive
who wants
relationship,
that?
and it's hard to break the shackles of it, quite
Mhm.
frankly. Um, okay, so astrological talk. Let's table it with this. Who has been the best in bed for you, out of all the cosmos? Who is the best in bed for you?
Um, Besides my Leo,
Yes, you have
um,
to say that. Yeah, I should have said that, but yeah. Besi present company excluded.
I'm trying to think. With girls, Libras are like been very sexually compatible with me. So Libra women, definitely. And then men, what's what's my favorite? I like Geminis. They're crazy. Have like all like the crazy stuff I done has pretty much been with a Gemini.
Cool.
They're bonkers.
And I guess me, um
It's tough when you have to think about
it
it.
really is. I mean, because everybody has their own kind of thing that makes it memorable. But I guess honestly, like the best love that I ever made was probably with a Virgo.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just was it just was always it was always like making love. It was never fucking. It was never having sex. It always felt like love making. And because of that, it's like to settle down with, I could have it for life. I just feel like looking back on that, I could have that for life. Pisces, very good at it. Cancer, all the time. You know, Scorpio, great. But my Virgo, best love made. I probably would say.
So you said Virgo, and I said Gemini. Hmm. Actually,
Interest.
Geminis and Virgos are compatible with each other too. I mean, that's off of us, like, but
Yeah,
get out there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I can only be honest. I can only be honest. And all those other ones I said, Taurus, loved it. Loved my Taurus, loved my Cancer, loved all the ones that I've experienced. But my Virgo was like just like love making, like
Hmm.
feel like making love, like so. Yeah, I would have that forever if I could. Now, we got started a little late, but we better talk about some other topics, some raunchy stuff. It's all holes filled. So, uh, what else do we got on the docket?
Okay, so when we talked earlier, and we were talking about the turning out, no, you mentioned a straight man only being gay for one sex.
Yes, yes. So there's a phenomena that I've heard about sometimes where there will be like a straight guy who like only does something with one other guy, and in containing that homosexual urge
Mhm.
with just one person, they like don't consider themselves gay. They just are gay for one person, and I don't know if it's because this person's like overly effeminate or like, like I know that as a young boy, would just like fall down, like just like not even like really like put up a fight and like be like girls. I remember, and I eventually branched out and just became a full fledged, quote unquote gay. But I wonder, like, huh, could that have followed that person and like now in everyday life or whatever settings, like there's some guy who knows I can just push up on this guy. I can just push them in a corner and just start necking them and they're just gonna like stand there and take it. I'm just gonna more of a dom thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Not like really like I like the fuck man, but I can. You're gonna let me just, and yeah. So I've heard of that phenomenon. I wonder how like sociopathic like how that works, and it also turns me on, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, yeah, like can you read a guy enough to know that I could just have this guy if I wanted to and he would just take it, so yeah, the that I've heard of that. Have you ever heard of anything like that, like or women, like women who like
N
you know
no, I haven't heard of it, but I understand it because, it's almost like I get where the guy is coming from, where if I have sex with only this, certain guy, um, anytime I want, it doesn't necessarily it make me gay, but I know, like, maybe it's more of I don't wanna be gay. And but to have that one person, that one affair, it's kind of like it kind of feeds that inner beast, that true self.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you can feed that true self without fully going out there, you get that hit, you get that high, and then you go about until the next time you want it.
Hmm.
But I'm not a
Yeah.
doctor, so maybe I don't know.
I mean, again, like I don't know everything. All I can speak about is experience, and even when I was in high school, in particular, like on the basketball team, there would be guys who like would like gravitate to like gay guys, but like covertly, like
Mhm.
in like front of everybody. There's no eye contact. There's no whatever. But late one afternoon in the library alone, then it was like you like, "Oh, you're talking to me?" And it's like, "Yeah, well, no one's around, so,"
Yep.
and then I've actually seen, and this is directly from my high school, where a kind of like really attractive straight guy was maintaining a relationship with a very flamboyantly gay guy covertly, and when the flamboyantly gay guy told his girlfriends about it, I guess they, in wanting it to be more, like circulated rumors, and that really straight guy went right up to the guy and punched him in the face in front of everybody. But you know what? I could see um that guy letting that guy blow him or them jerking off together or something that was kind of like, I'm just gonna violently attack everyone. So everyone's like, there's no question about it. So yeah, I get it. It does kind of turn me up, but it's kind of like a very scary thing because that's the type of stuff that leads to like Jenny Craig. The time that guy murdered that other guy because he went on Jenny Craig and revealed that he had a crush on him forever, and
Yeah.
like so if anyone's out there, all holes filled. Hey, we got a super chat from Johnny Richter. Thank you, John. That's awesome. Right
That's
on.
crazy. I
Hey, we didn't
didn't
even ask.
thank
We didn't
you.
even ask. Right
No.
on. But hey, everybody, thank you for all the support. Johnny Richter, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate it. I didn't even know we were monetized because I'm figuring this out. But we will buy some roll-ups with that, or maybe invest in something to
Coffee.
spruce it up a little bit, you know? Um, but yeah, being straight for one guy is maybe not so much of a phenomenon, but maybe something that's under a lot of our noses that we don't even realize.
Yeah. You
You
know, one
know?
thing you wanna know something about me? Is
Yeah, of course I
that
do.
I am sexually attracted to women, but not emotionally or mentally. So I can have sex with any attractive woman that I wanna have sex with, and there won't be any kind of emotion towards it. Like, it completely shuts off. Yeah. So, I don't consider myself bisexual. I don't consider myself any in the terms of bi. I just kinda consider myself me, human.
That
So
yeah.
because bisexual means you can kinda go with both ways and be in an intimate relationship. Me, I'm not, but I don't wanna fully exclude that it's just, like, for fun, because there's been girls that I've had, um, sexual relationships with, but never, like, emotional, and they never, like, really lasted long because I'm not a full-on lesbian. I'm just like, "Dude, I just like to have
Ugh.
sex." Like, I guess fluid. I'm very fluid because 'cause I've been with every type of person, so I'm just a like, to me, sex is sex. It's like that's a cancer thing. That's, like, one of those things that cancers are not the greatest at monogamy, but they will do it for someone very special. So, I'm just a very sexual person, and I like to have sex with anybody I'm attracted to.
Wow. I guess I need to get like you, Kat, because maybe I would be having a lot more fun, or maybe I was just having a certain type of fun thus far. But yeah, I kind of have always written women off because I just feel like that no woman would be really into a gay man. Like, would be like really like, oh yeah, I want you to fuck me. Like, and I wouldn't want to like pretend for a
Mhm,
woman like that I'm like really as into that um you know to fuck her head, like cuz I'm not like,
mhm.
I so I just have never really been in a situation where it's been like a reality except for the time I went on that blind date and the girl had no idea I was gay and was just all over me. So like again with like I said with porn, I was like, okay, well, I got to like
Yeah,
I don't want to fuck it up for my friend that wants to bang this other girl. I'm here to like help him hit a home run.
yeah.
He subsequently didn't do shit, and I ended up banging this girl. Like
I but
um,
yeah, I'm just a very, fluid person. I'm a dolphin. Dolphins are the only other mammal besides monkeys and humans that have sex for fun.
yes, I've heard that. They
Mhm.
also gang rape female dolphins almost to exhaustion.
It's, isn't it something to do with the new female of the pack? Like, if you have, like, a lone female and she's not part of a family, it's like one of
They have to
those.
rape her. They have to jump her in.
Mhm.
It's very gang affiliation there, but that's another episode of All Hold Still. Um,
But
Speaking of,
but yes, so that is the conclusion of that. That
yeah,
I am
yes,
fluid, and I just like to have fun. I like to have sex, I like to have fun, and I like to watch. And so those are some things you guys learned about me in the last 2 weeks.
yes, indeed. I guess I'm not as fluid. I do like to watch, and I enjoy sex immensely, but my motherfucking hole has been closed. It hasn't been filled since your birthday, Cat Martini.
Happy
Um,
birthday.
so we are gonna have to fix that all in due time. But since we're kind of getting towards the end of this second edition of All Holes Filled,
Mhm.
aren't we supposed to wrap up with those like rapid fire, like 5 questions? I didn't
Oh,
think of any.
no, don't worry, because I haven't thought of it. They'll just pop in my head. All right, my 5 questions.
Let's hear them.
Question number one: what is your favorite natural scent of a man? Do you like it musky? Do you like it very, workman style? Like, what's your favorite scent of a man?
Oh gosh, that is so. I mean, I like pits.
Mhm.
I like pits. I like ball smell. I like taint smell. I like the ejaculation has a scent.
Yeah, of course it does.
I like going down on a guy and smelling like, oh yeah, that I smell that cum. Like I
Oh,
love that
yes.
smell.
That
So
is, like, so sexy. Oh,
oh
that
yeah,
just oh,
yes,
yes.
God, I am with that. I am with that. I'm like, oh shit, this shit is a comer, and that scent immediately reminds me of like fucking. Like, so it's just
Yes,
like, yeah,
and then they
so
edge and then you edge them. Oh, oh.
yeah. Yeah. So but yeah, there have been a couple times where I've been like buried under my partner's armpit for long periods of time while they're at it. And like I've just been like, this is not that bad. Like this
Mm-mm.
is like, it's not dripping or anything like that, but it's not like, like freshly deodorized. And like, yeah, like I enjoy that smell as well. But probably like that region down there all the way to the taint.
Mm.
And also my last partner, his I swear to God, his butt never like stunk. It always smelled like it smelled really. I wouldn't say it smelled good, but it like never like smelled like fresh, like, oh, you just doo dooed, or like, like it always was a nice smelling ass, which made it very easy to like eat them all the time.
I like that. Have you ever done food play?
No, no, but my Taurus wanted to like, he wanted to put Reese's in his underwear and like have me like eat the Reese's as if it were his poo. Well, yeah, it was, and like I was like, are you just joking? Are you like are you just saying that to see what my reaction would be? But like, no, he like I and no, we never did it, but he said he had done things like that before. Peanut butter. Like something that was like brown in his like undies, and his partner would eat that before getting to his butt. But no, I've never done any food play.
We don't judge.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh fuck no. I just was kind of like, I don't know. That kind of would just remind me of like I'm eating your poo. Like I just kind of like I'm like, you know.
What what do you prefer? Length or girth?
Whew, girth, girth, because length will, and not to get too graphic, length will create more suction.
Mhm.
It will go further up and
Yeah.
create more suction in and out, and that can be messy.
Mhm.
Nobody likes cleanup.
No.
Period.
Period. What
Yes. What else?
what is your favorite dirty word to use or to be told?
I don't think I have one. But I will say this because you had asked something else earlier. You were like, I wonder what Larry likes, like for the actual coming, like what he likes to hear. Um, Either I'm about to bust or I'm about to nut. Like I'm like bussing. Bussing is is my favorite, but nutting
Mhm.
as well. So I guess if those are dirty, like bussing, like, oh, I just busted, like I
Yeah.
like that. That's it, bussing. Like I love that word. I love to hear it.
Do you use toys on yourself, like, when you masturbate? Do you like to use toys?
I got a fleshlight at one point. because I just had money saved up. And oh yeah, one time a guy that I hooked up with bought it over. He bought it over for us to play with, and I loved it. So I just went on Amazon and I saw how much like a $44 one was, and I got it. And then I gave it to my partner, and then he messed it all up. It was like filthy, like it was like, and I was like, you can just have it. For a little while, yeah. Also, like when I was first experimenting with learning how to masturbate, I would masturbate with like toilet paper tubes. I would like try to like get my member into them and like have that friction.
I
I
love it.
actually hurt myself a couple times doing that, but
Super
yeah.
turn the
So
dick.
not
Oh,
not all the time. And no, I actually never really play with my booty hole. Never, I never do. I've had someone suggest that I do it. They said that I probably would be more prepped in
mm,
between. Like, think about right now, I'm like 3 months, nothing. So, like, I've had people in the lifestyle say, "Yeah, when you go through these long spells, you might want to like just, you know, check your oil, check your oil,
yeah,
real quick." So maybe I'll have to check out Extreme Gifts and find the perfect size
I
dildo for
can
me to
help you.
ride right here on All Holes Spill. All
I love it.
right.
All right, your turn. If you got a
Okay.
question.
Um. Um. Oh fuck, cat. I'm sorry. I am on the spot. Let me think of what's the most amount? What is the most amount of times in a single day that you've had sex?
Hmm. Wait, like 8? Not a lot, but but I get very sensitive after a certain amount of time, and I'm just like, don't even touch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't want to think about it. Like Pound Town is over, so goodbye.
Category closed. What is your favorite type of porn to pleasure yourself to? Or wait, do you pleasure yourself to porn, or do you just use your imagination?
I can't use my imagination. My nerves just start going, what the fuck do I have to do today? So I do watch porn, and I watch very extreme, vile things. I like BDSM. I like gangbangs, double anal. I like all kinds of stuff, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Nice. Yeah, me too. But I usually will start pretty mild and then get into kind of like, whoa, what is this? Oh my god, are they doing
Yeah,
this? Like I won't like just I'll like crescendo like a wrestling match. Wrestling
yeah.
match doesn't just start with wow, it's like and now we're fucking like so yeah, I'm into that as well. So what's that? How many times a day do you like? What do you use to masturbate to? Oh God, cat, hold on. I'm thinking.
Ask me anything. I do not care. I'm the most open book.
Um. Have Have you had that thing done to your pussy
Yeah,
about where you
no.
can like, no?
I just
You
do
know what I'm talking
Kegels.
about, right? Though, right? I think
I just do Kegels and keep that girl tight. She is like virgin pussy every time that thick dick goes in there.
I love thinking about that, and I'm gonna love thinking about the next one. What is your favorite position?
Doggy. I like doggy. I like the thumb in the butt. I like the you can work with it. You can, fuck back. You get to be choked all kinds of ways.
Mhm.
And then also too, I'm very flexible, so missionary would be the other one.
Um, Missionary is very difficult in my experience. Unless you have like a little lift, a little like fuck pillow
Oh,
up under the small of your back because I'm not always with a long guy, and like a lot of it can be like slipping out or like just being
Mhm.
so tight on each other. It's like, whoa, like you want that nice long stroke to get,
I
So yeah,
know.
I'm down for some doggy too, but missionary is probably my favorite because you get to look at them. You get to look at them,
Yep.
and that's when they're
Sometimes
their most.
sometimes I wanna pretend he's a complete stranger, so when it's doggy style, I don't know what's going on, but we have mirrors everywhere in our fuck room, so
See, now that's one reason I don't like doggy because I'm like, oh, you could be thinking about like fucking Odell Beckham Jr. or fucking Drake or some shit, and just like with your eyes closed, imagining that's who's giving you this nut. So that's why I think maybe that's another reason I like missionary because I'm like, yeah, bitch, you gonna look at my fucking face and I'm gonna look at you and we gonna come off each other. Um,
yeah.
okay, I got one more, right? Or do I have
Hey,
two more?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Whatever. I'm gonna keep on asking. Would you would you truly would you gay cuck your husband?
Like, make him watch me fuck a girl?
No, no, no. If Rob was like, I want to fuck a guy, like, would you like allow him and watch? Would you get off on watching? Okay, okay, okay. But what would you prefer? Would you prefer Robert to be the top or the bottom or like a whole session? Like what would
Oh, he's a really good top.
Well, of course. I mean, I mean, like, unless you peg him,
Like, I
but that's
think I would say it's really hard to hold on, because he doesn't have any kind of, like, that vibe to him, but I would say he would it's like somebody would have to look like, I don't know, him, and then to watch him fuck a guy that looks like him, that would be it. But ideally, I would want him I would wanna see him with somebody like, let's say, uh, Miles Teller. Oh, he's so hot. So, that's how I
okay.
that, and then Robert's the top, and I would make him come all over the guy's face, and then
Yeah.
watch and then I would feed all that cum to him.
Yo, Cat, I don't think I could actually take Rob being a bottom. I would also want to see him top another guy. Like, I just think that is a sexier Rob Black. A more, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, actually seeing him bottomed would kind of like I wouldn't like to see that. I actually think, as I'm asking you that question, I don't think I'd want to see that.
Like,
Um,
he is an otter, and
yes,
so otters are very, like, he's just very dominant as it is, and that's how I envision not envision, but that's just how I prescribe to otters is they're very dominant because I think bears are more, submissive, are more likely to be a bottom than they are a top because they look like a top, but they're not. I known a lot of men.
yeah. I mean, we both do. We both do.
So it's like that is just my opinion and my experience with the gay men that I have been, friends with and known throughout all the years of my life. So I just generally think that otters are more dominant and bears are more submissive from
Yes,
my
yes, indeed. Yeah, I feel that, and yeah, um, okay. I want to stop thinking about it, and I want to move on to my next question. Are you wait? Um, Trying to think. Hold on, I got one last one. I mean, would you ever? Are you? Have you ever done scat porn?
Have I ever done it? I've seen it.
Would you be willing to do it?
For like how much though?
So it's not something you're into at all.
I don't see. My thing is, I don't like. I don't like things to be unnatural, and that would just kind of be unnatural. Unless, like, to me, it's like, I want you to take a dump all over me. Like, I couldn't do that. But if it was one of those things of you're in the heat of the moment
Yes.
and
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
having anal sex and just like somebody says something and it's like, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I want you to shit on me. Okay. And all you do is
Yeah.
push and then they pull
Yeah.
out and like that's just more of a natural thing. Like I want things to be natural. I because sex is a very organic thing. So if I'm having sex, it needs to be organic.
Yeah. And scat is kind of a setup. It's like the
Mhm.
goal is shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really fuck up the ass with the goal of like, oh, I want a shitty dick or I want to shit all over
Huh.
this motherfucker's dick. Like I don't. But I think that there were some guys that did I ever talk about the time I was banging this guy in my neighborhood in the Bronx, and we would always meet real late at night, like in the darkness, and like I would sneak over there and like literally as like he would be fucking me if it ever like started to like smell like shit, he would get like way more excited and like start like getting way more vocal about it. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if it's because he was in prison, like if that's like, you know, like
It's
oh that's
traumatized
or maybe just something that
traumatizing.
he had to like get through to like while he was in there get it in. So now it's like sense memory, Stockholm syndrome. It's like that
Yeah.
reminds again, smells and like oh, that's what I was looking for. I'm really fucking the shit out of this ass now. Like, you
Mhm.
know?
But yeah, but
Um,
I think but I mean, there's people that are into it and there's people that, you know, do both where it's like I'm really into scat. I want you to shit all over me. It really turns me on. And that like you said the goal is you're shitting on this person. That is the main goal. But and scat is just it's not just fucking. It's like they're into watching people shit on other people. I've shit come into a girl's mouth before, so I know.
that's
I
so
know
fucking
things.
hot. Yeah, that's
You
hot.
know,
I like
I've made guys eat cum out of me. So it's like, hey
I
man.
love I love when guys eat cum out of vagina. The hottest thing that I've ever done, and then I think we should close this episode, or like to me it was just so hot, was one night my partner and I had wild drunken sex to the point that like he fell asleep in me after coming, and then we woke up in the morning and like just immediately resumed and like fucked again, and he came on top of his cum, and I thought it was like I was like I love this, I love you,
I
just
just
because I
like
was like
I just like watching I like come out of my asshole. I'm like, let
yeah,
me see that. Let me see that. Push it
yeah.
out. Push it out.
I wonder if we can go on OnlyFans together. I wonder if there's a feature like this on OnlyFans. Probably not,
Yeah, no, you can go live on OnlyFans.
but not live together.
I think so. I don't know. We have to play with that.
Yeah, because maybe we could do like some late night or something. I don't know. I don't
Ooh,
know. You know.
dirty secrets with Larry and Kat.
And I mean, this would be premium content, so you got to pay to
Mm.
play. But
Oh my gosh.
I'm
I
just
have
saying.
some dirty fucking stories, man.
I do too. But we are gonna collab offline and think about that. And
Yes,
also, real quick, we just want to say thank you to all our supporters, everyone that's tuned in, everyone that's in the chat right now, to Mr. Roberto Negro for sharing our content on
yes.
streamxpw.com. Just thank you, everyone, for supporting, and we are going to keep on plugging away and filling these
Fill in
holes.
all the holes.
Yes, yes. Please give us feedback, comment on the video, share it. And we're like 15 minutes over, and that's okay, because I think
That's okay.
I think we're really cooking with fire this
I
time.
know.
So, I like it. Is there anything else we need to cover? No, let's save it for the next time. What did you
Yes,
want to?
but subscribe. Make sure you subscribe
Yes, yes, yes.
and follow us on social medias.
Yep.
Miss
Retweet the
Cat
content,
Martini.
share it on your Instagram. Everyone subscribe to Kat. Kat just made her YouTube to be a part of this. So let's get our numbers up. I'm hovering at around like 2,600 subscribers. Let's get Kat up there. Everybody who's watching, subscribe to Kat's page, share it, and we will see y'all next time after Halloween Hell Night 4 in Van Nuys with another episode of All Holes
Holes.
Filled
Holes.
with Kat and Larry. Bye, everybody. Bye, Kat.
Mwah.